Hello, beautiful souls. With Tramador here from Soul Healing Tribe. And today I want to talk to you about dream work, shadow aspects, and projections, and how to unite, combine all of them so that you can advance in your dream work. So that when you are dreaming, you can become a master at identifying what are you working through and why is it relevant for your life here, right here. I think it was Robert Bly who said that whatever is outside is basically mirroring what is inside. And that's not a direct quote. I'm probably butchering that quote, but one of the things that I see a lot of the time with my clients, especially those that are male, when they start working on in their mid 30s and 40s, when they start like getting more serious about dating and finding a partner in life, they tend to hit a lot of setbacks, a lot of rejections from the female energy. And a lot of the time this happens because those males have repressed their feminine energy to the point where that interior woman inside hasn't been there. So what happened is that life kind of, they are projecting on the outside what they did to themselves in the inside. So with this experience of frustration, of rejection, of sometimes even disgust from the female energy, they are faced to having to work with their interior woman to heal that aspect of themselves. They may experience a lot of rejection from women when they're trying to date. They might even experience challenges with the female energies in their families when they start feeling this need to start working with the female energy. A lot of the time they don't realize that it's because they need to heal. They might just think something is really wrong with them, that they're not good looking, that they are not worthy of the woman. They don't realize that it's the woman inside of them that is asking them to face the fact that they have rejected a part of them that needs to be healed. For example, the way that this might look, that's the male, but let's talk about the female. The female that is suppressing the masculine inside may feel that this inside energy that they don't know they have, or maybe they do, but they're repressing it, is going to feel that the outside male energy, whether it is through father, child, brother, people that they're trying to date, husband, is coming out with a lot of hostility, is coming towards them with a lot of hostility, maybe having a lot of repressed anger coming out towards the woman, maybe discovering a sense of blame, guilt that is being projected onto the woman, so that the woman can pay attention of the female, the masculine inside that has been repressed. Does that make sense? So this dilemma, this dynamics creates a dilemma that makes a person feel like the outside, something is wrong with these people. What is wrong with this man? What is wrong with X, Y, and Z? What is wrong with my friend that I have for 20 years? He's male, and now he's acting like he's crazy, or he's just ignoring me, or, I thought he really liked me, but then he disappeared. That's because the masculine inside of you is crying. Yes, I use that word, crying, is fighting, is battling with you for you to pay attention to the masculine inside. So if you have friends or people that you're dating, or even your husband that has been all lovey-lovey, and then they start getting distant, that might be because the masculine inside of you is saying, you need to pay attention to me. So it's going to project outside what is happening inside, so that you can pay attention to yourself. Does that make sense? So there is a sense of something is wrong. These people are acting crazy. What is going on? And you're going to start doubting yourself to the point that you might start getting help, or that you might start paying attention. Obviously, this means that you need help. Okay, so you need to seek help. Doing it by yourself is going to take years, by the way. So you know, if you have insurance, try to get a therapist, try to get someone to help you. You need help. If the outside is reflecting to you what is happening inside, it's because it's time for you to work on it. So the hostility, especially if you're having hostility, frustration, anger, rage coming from others, people that are important to you, people that you're trying to date perhaps, and that they don't want anything to be with you, that maybe that 1 week they're nice and the next week they're weird, that's because there is something within you that you need to work. Yeah, they probably have issues too, but your inside, your psyche is trying to let you know it's time for us to do this work. So suppression of these parts that we suppress through childhood, when we were told, no, you cannot do that, no, you cannot cry, no, you cannot do this, no, you cannot smile too much, because women, if you smile too much and you're a little girl, then the male is going to think that you're flirting with them. Or if you put a short skirt and you try to be sassy, maybe that's going to entice some men. All of these programmings that made you put a part of yourself in the back, hide it, put it away, put it in the basement, whatever, is going to come out eventually, so that you can address it and that you can heal whatever wounds were developed that created that soul personality. So the shadow aspects are aspects of ourselves that are experiencing life in the background of who we are. Those are the aspects that we don't want other people to know about us. The things that we want to say that we don't say, the things that we want to do that we don't do, because we have to be a specific way to fit in. Because if we say X, Y, and Z, we're going to look like we're evil. Because if I do X, Y, and Z and I do it when I want to, it's going to look like something is wrong with this person and they need to be in the psych ward. Or if I take off and I leave and I don't take care of the family, then they're going to think I'm a bad mother or father or whatever, right? So all of those parts that have been repressed from infancy, childhood, teenage years, adult life, midlife, and so on are going to come out, so that you can address them, because all of those are so parts that sometimes are so big that eventually they create an aspect of you, a shadow aspect. They all come together, create a shadow aspect that is so big, that it has so much power, and it shows up in your dreams. So how does it show up in your dreams though? You might think, okay, I put all of these shadow aspects, all of these parts of me that I don't want people to know about, all the things that I want to say or do, but I can't, because otherwise, it's almost like you're feeling trapped. Like all those parts feel like they're trapped, they're hiding, they have to be buried, right? So in our dreams, they show up as a powerful, equal, or more strength than you have. So you might be battling with a monster that is your shadow aspect. You might be fighting with the monster that is you, the animal. It may look like an animal. It may look like a neighbor that is not very friendly. It may look like your ex-husband, ex-wife. It may look like you had a crush, but they treated you very badly, or your partner that mistreated you. However they show up, or the mother-in-law, the energy that shows up, a lot of the time it's going to be in a force, an enemy force, fighting you in your dreams, or showing you an aspect of yourself that you don't like feeling stupid, feeling less than, feeling unworthy, feeling like a liar, feeling or maybe even sexual disturbances that you're having in dreams. All of those things are going to show you aspects of your shadow self that need to be brought to light, that you need to work on integrating in order for you to feel whole in this experience of life. So the suppression is like a double rejection, because not only you put those shadow aspects because it wasn't okay for family, friends, community, neighbors, school, professors, but you also repressing them. So there is a double rejection here. And because it's double, it's going to be even more hidden. So you're going to do your best to hide it. But how does it show up in other people when you feel really triggered by them? When you feel really triggered by people, whether it is in your dreams or real life, you're going to have people that trigger you, people that you judge, people that if you only could tell them what you think, they will fall down, right? Those people are representative of your shadow aspect. So what is it that you're judging in other people? Or what is it that you admire? Because that may show positive qualities that you're hiding from yourself. So whatever you're judging on people is normally a representation of the shadow qualities that you may be suppressing about yourself, or they may lead you to an experience, a traumatic experience, where they are shadow qualities that need to be integrated. So it might not be necessarily direct. The shadow aspect that you notice in those people, that you judge in those people, might not be exactly what you are hiding from yourself, but is leading you to find that within you if you do the healing work. Does that make sense? So you are rejecting a shadow aspect of yourself because it's not okay for society to fit in this family, in this school, in this community, in this country, in this clubhouse, in this teen sport, whatever you're doing, in this book club, and whatever. You have to fit in with certain qualities, things, characteristics. If you don't, you're not allowed. So now you put this quality to the side. And you also, because you're also suppressing it, you have double the rejection. So there is grief there because a part of you has been lost. Even though you don't know it, there is grief there because you lost a part of yourself that had qualities that you need for this life. So I'm not talking about darkness like a demon or that's not. I'm talking about shadow aspects that are in the dark because we hid them from ourselves, from our consciousness. Okay, so we hide them so that we don't have to deal with them. Okay, so when we project onto others the qualities, when we notice their qualities, especially the negative ones, that means that there are qualities there that are leading us to find our own shadow aspects. Sometimes it's a direct, sometimes it's the bridge to get to our shadow aspect. Does that make sense? So when somebody is very angry, enraged, and you judge that about that person constantly, or you blame them for whatever they do to you constantly, that may lead you to a shadow aspect of who you are if you do the healing work about why that person triggers you to the point that they trigger you. So even though you shadow aspect may not have to deal with rage necessarily, there might be frustration there because you're hiding something from yourself. So when you're always hiding something, there is a level of frustration there. So the shadow aspect brings the connection between the shadow energies and the mental projection. So when we minimize a part of us, we are going to project it through our psyche. Our psyche is going to be like looking for other people in our life that represent us so that it can say, hello, pay attention to me. So when you start noticing the things that you don't like about other people, you're going to find shadow aspects of yourself that you need to integrate into your life. They may look in your dreams like they're demon, monsters, animal qualities, and so on, because it's going to amplify so that you can pay attention, so that you can remember. And sometimes you might be the shadow aspect that you lost because you lost it, and maybe you're so fragmented, a part of your soul may be compromised. I'm not going to get into that right now, but when you have a dream and you're having that dream, you need to pay attention to who's the enemy in the dream. If it is a dream that has those quality, or who's ignoring you in the dream, who is rejecting you in the dream, because that energy may be showing you clearly who's a shadow aspect, but also who's coming to save you, because that also may be a shadow aspect that is coming to save you. So there are different things when we do dream regression that we can do to pull out those answers. So our psyche is going to act like a projection, like a screen, like a mirror, to show us what we're hiding from ourselves that needs to come forward. The emotions, the traits, the behaviors, the characteristics that we see in others are things that we may be hiding from ourselves. And that in the dreams, it's going to be able to come out because we are not bounded to the limitations of our consciousness. So in our dreams, our spirit, our psyche can say, you know what? Boom, here, deal with this now. And it's going to bring in things that we didn't want to understand, that we didn't want to allow for us to confront it in the dream state. Does that make sense? So when you start doing that work, you're going to have a lot of things coming in the dreams that you can really do deeper, more advanced dream work when you start paying attention to the things that are fighting you, the things that may come to rescue you, the things that are like, oh, I didn't see that coming. Oh, wow, I didn't understand that. And in the dreams, you're going to have answers to things that you may be dealing with, questioning constantly, so that if you're putting intention to allow yourself to see what is an aspect of your shadow self that you have been neglecting. You put that intention for a week or so, and every day you're going to get different pieces of that shadow self. Isn't that beautiful? So I hope that helps. So in the dreams, we play a crucial role in revealing. It's almost like a part of the psyche is working the spirit to reveal to us, right? The unconscious situations that make us hide the shadow self. So it is beautiful. So it's almost like the dream is going to do whatever it can to complement the conscious with the unconscious so that there is balance in them. So if in the daytime we're very nice and light, in the dreams we may experience a lot of darkness. We may experience a lot of things of the opposite of what we have done in the day, so that we can balance this duality. So it's going to help us bring out the shadow qualities in the dreams so that we can start integrating them, right? So it's beautiful work. So anyways, I'm going to leave it here. I think it was a little longer than I wanted. I hope that you understood what I'm trying to say. In your dreams, when you start looking at who's the enemy, who's coming to rescue you, or who's ignoring you, those pieces can give you clues about who or what qualities your shadow aspects represent. And you start doing this work and journaling, and you're going to see how other people trigger you and how is it similar to the dreams, so that you can start paying attention to what are some of your real shadow self aspects, so that you can start integrating them not only in your dreams, but in this physical reality too, because the dreams are almost like part one, and then we have to do part two by being here in the physical and integrating that in this physical reality. Okay, so I'm going to leave it here for now. Definitely like, share, and subscribe so that we can grow together. Thank you.